Welcome to the course, Mind Mastery Meditation Mindfulness for high school students. In this module, we are going to explore something very simple, but also very powerful, your breath. Most of the time, breathing happens in the background. You do not have to think about it. It is automatic. But what makes breath special is that it is one of the few body processes that is both automatic and under your control. That means your breath can become a bridge between your body and your mind. In this module, you will learn how breathing affects stress, focus, emotions, and performance. You will also learn practical techniques that you can use in real situations, such as before an exam, during a difficult conversation, before a sports event, or when you are trying to fall asleep. As we move through the slides, we will begin with the big picture, then understand the science, and then move into actual breathing practices that you can use in daily life. In this module, our goal is not just to talk about breathing in a general way. Our goal is to help you understand why breathing works, how it affects your brain and body, and when to use specific techniques. By the end of this module, you will understand why breathing is one of the fastest ways to influence how you feel. When stress rises, your thoughts may become fast, your heart may beat harder, and your body may feel tense. Breathing gives you a direct way to interrupt that stress response. You will also learn how the nervous system responds to stress. This is important because many students think stress is only in the mind. In reality, stress is a whole body response. Your breathing changes, your muscles tighten, and your heart rate shifts. Once you understand this, you can work with your body instead of feeling controlled by it. Another important part of this module is discovering that different breathing techniques have different effects. Some help you calm down, some help you focus. Some help you feel steady and prepared before performance. Most importantly, you will practice several breathing exercises that are supported by research, not just opinion. Then, by the end of the module, you will begin building your own personal breathing toolkit. That means you will not just know techniques, you will know which ones work best for you in everyday situations like exams, sports, presentations, sleep, and emotional stress. So this module is both scientific and practical. You are learning knowledge, but you are also learning a skill you can use immediately. Now let us look at the structure of the module so you know where we are headed. We begin with Lesson 1, Your Secret Superpower. This lesson introduces the big idea that your breath is always with you, and that it can help you shift your state more quickly than you may expect. Next, in Lesson 2, The Science of Breathing, we go deeper into what happens inside the body and brain when you breathe in different ways. This gives you the scientific foundation for the practices that come later. Then, in Lesson 3, Understanding the Nervous System, we will connect breathing to stress responses such as fight, flight, freeze, and rest. This lesson is especially important because it helps explain why breathing can calm you down or help you feel more balanced. After that, in Lesson 4, 4 powerful breathing techniques, you will learn specific methods. This is where the module becomes very practical. In Lesson 5, Guided Breathing Practice, you will not just learn about the techniques, you will experience them directly. Practice is where real learning happens. Then, in Lesson 6, Breathing for Real Life, we connect these tools to situations that matter to you, such as school pressure, sports, presentations, and sleep. In Lesson 7, Build Your Personal Breathing Toolkit, you will begin choosing the techniques that fit your own needs and personality. Finally, Lesson 8 gives you a weekly challenge and reflection, so you can take these skills into daily life. And Lesson 9 includes a short quiz to help you review what you have learned. The total module is about 78 minutes. That means in a little over an hour, you will gain a set of tools that can support you far beyond this course. Now that you have seen the module structure, let us look at the learning outcomes, starting with knowledge. This means the important ideas and understanding you will gain. First, you will understand why breathing directly affects emotions. Many people think emotions are only mental experiences, but emotions are also physical. When you are anxious, excited, angry, or calm, your breathing changes. The important insight is that this works in both directions. Emotions can change your breathing, but breathing can also change your emotions. You will also learn the difference between automatic and conscious breathing. Usually, your body breathes for you without effort, but at any moment, you can step in and guide your breathing on purpose. This is one of the reasons breath is such a useful self-regulation tool. Another key idea is the autonomic nervous system. This is the system that controls many automatic functions in the body, including heart rate, digestion, and stress responses. Understanding this system helps you see why breathing is not just relaxing in a vague way, it has real biological effects. You will also learn about fight, flight, freeze, and rest responses. These are natural survival responses. They are not bad, and they are not signs of weakness. They are built into the human body. But sometimes these responses activate when you are not in real danger, such as before a test or while speaking in front of classmates. Breathing can help bring the system back into balance. Finally, you will understand how breathing influences heart rate and stress. This is where science becomes very practical. When you slow and steady your breathing, you send signals of safety to the body. That can lower stress and improve clarity. This knowledge will prepare you for the next part, which is about the skills you will actually practice. Now let us move from knowledge to skills. Knowing something is useful, but being able to do something with that knowledge is what creates change in real life. One of the first skills you will learn is how to recognize signs of stress in the body. This is important because stress often shows up physically before you fully notice it mentally. You might feel tight shoulders, a fast heartbeat, shallow breathing, a restless stomach, or clenched hands. If you can notice these early signals, you can respond sooner. You will also learn how to slow your breathing intentionally. This may sound easy, but it is a real skill. It involves awareness, timing, and practice. The goal is not to force your breath, but to guide it in a steady and comfortable way. Another skill is learning how to calm yourself before stressful situations. This could be before an exam, before walking onto a sports field, or before giving a presentation. Instead of waiting for stress to take over, you will learn how to prepare your body and mind beforehand. You will also practice using breathing to improve concentration. Breath is not only for calming down. Certain breathing patterns can help you become more centered, alert, and ready to focus. Finally, you will learn how to select the right breathing technique for different situations. This is very important because not every method works best in every moment. A technique for sleep may not be the best one before a game. A technique for calming emotions may be different from one used for mental focus. By the end of the module, you should be able to make smart choices based on what you need. These skills make the module practical. They turn breathing from something unconscious into something you can use with purpose. The final learning outcome is about mindset. Mindset matters because the way you think about stress, calm, and your own abilities shapes how you respond in difficult moments. First, you will understand that your breath is always available. You do not need special equipment, a perfect room, or a lot of time. Your breath is with you in class, at home, before a competition, on the bus, or lying in bed at night. That makes it one of the most accessible tools you have. Second, you will learn that calm can be trained. Many students assume that some people are naturally calm and others are not. But calm is not only a personality trait. It is also a skill that can be developed through practice. The more often you train your breath and awareness, the easier it becomes to return to balance. Third, this module teaches that stress is a biological response, not a personal weakness. This idea is very important. If your heart races before a test or your breathing becomes fast before a presentation, it does not mean something is wrong with you. It means your nervous system is doing what it was designed to do. Once you understand that, you can respond with skill instead of self-judgment. Finally, you will understand that small breathing habits create long-term resilience. You do not need dramatic changes to make progress. Just a few minutes of practice, repeated regularly, can strengthen your ability to handle pressure, recover from stress, and stay steady in challenging situations. So as we continue into the rest of the module, remember this: breathing is not just a background process. It is a tool, a signal, and a skill. In the next lessons, we will begin exploring exactly how and why it works, and how you can use it in your everyday life.